Hey, Rosemary here. How are you doing? Now, if you're anything like me, you've had a bit of a horrid past, okay? One filled with lack and horrible circumstances that caused a hunger, a desperation for things to change. You made many vows when growing up that, your life would be different, your children's lives would be different. You also internally promised yourself that you would be the one to save the day for your family and your friends. And you got angry with them for not believing that you were strong enough to bring about change. You wanted and longed for so much, and now as you get older, you feel increasingly desperate for those dreams, those desires that you've been building up for years to come true. And now the desperation has become tinged with despair. Will it ever happen? Will I ever get there? Is there something wrong with me? Because nothing ever seems to come easy for me. Desperation and, desire all mixed up inside, and despair as well. A silent, ongoing feeling that it's just never going to happen for you, and that you just need to stop dreaming and settle down into life as it is and give up all hope of things ever changing. But honey, you are a fighter, and so you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and praying and affirming, but internally you're getting more desperate and despairing. So much emotion. And unfortunately for you, the negative emotion is stronger than the positive. And so it feels like nothing good is ever coming your way. I lived like that for a long time. Finally, Papa got through to me. I had to let the desperation go. It was leading me to despair, and that was leading me to act as though things were never going to work out. And so my actions caused rubbish results simply because I was acting on the most pressing and yet most insidious emotions, despair and self-doubt. When those two rule the day, you do things like refuse to advertise your business because deep down you don't believe it will work. You're not consistent in taking action because, again, you don't believe it will work. You're not consistently telling anyone how you can help them because you don't believe that you're good enough or that it will work. You refuse to invest in learning how to do what needs to be done because you don't trust that anything can work for you. You think you've exhausted every avenue, even though you haven't, but your despair, your desperation, your doubt convince you that you have. And if you unfortunately have isolated yourself from support, you'll not even realize all the things that you've yet to try. And it feels like you're giving it your all, and so you're not happy in this moment at all. You're ever longing for a moment in the future, sometime, when you can finally be very happy. You don't see or count your current blessings. And you definitely cannot trust or don't trust your higher power to be your supply. Though you may sing about it with all kinds of gusto. Just stop. Just stop. I've done that. It got me nowhere. Number one, trust. Find a way to trust your higher power to be your supply. For me, I started tithing again, okay? At that point, I started tithing again when I didn't even have money to spare. But that was just a sign to me that, I now choose to live in trust, that the money isn't just all, I have to hold on to it so tight. No, it's okay. It can flow because more is flowing through and into me. So it was fine. I could trust that. So I made a decision to start to trust even before I felt able to trust. Okay. Number two, gratitude. I had to develop a deliberate gratitude practice. Find things to be grateful for all the time so that I could see that I can be happy in this moment, because actually things were better than they were when I was younger. There's always something to be thankful for if you look for it. Number three, I let go over and over and over again. I chose to let go of my need and my desperation. I had to step into faith and trust and hope, and also to do the work that I'm called to do consistently for the sake of the work, okay? And the help that I provide to others rather than just for the money, just for the reward. As a result of my past, I'd made a decision to experience lots of money and abundance, okay? Nothing wrong with that in itself, but when it was mixed with desperation, it made me unhappy and unable to see the good that was already in my life because it was never enough. I had to continually and still continually go back to gratitude to open up my eyes to the current good in my life and to realize that even if life stayed as it is right now, I'll be okay. And I will still get to do the work that I feel called to do. And I now have that confidence because I deliberately designed a life where that is my story. Okay? Number four, persistence and relentless pursuit. Just because I let go of the desperation around, making money and purpose goals, didn't mean that I wasn't doing all I could to create them. However, I started to come from a place of peace rather than fear and worry that I would never get there. I cultivated a quiet certainty that though I didn't know when exactly the result would arise, it definitely would as long as I kept working towards it while being happy in each moment. It's hard to do, but it is very possible to do. And I still have to catch myself and learn it over and over again. Okay, number 5 is determined decision. I also decided that my goals would be created in a very purpose-driven way. I wasn't just going to settle for any way of making money. No. I was going to design life the way I wanted it, not by the standards of the world. But I would keep the vision inside of me clear and keep creating that vision. Yes, I would be multi-passionate and figure out how to bring it all in as I served the people that I felt called to. I decided that I would figure it out because my vision really is and was my permission. I trusted that I could find a way, and so I did find a way. But I had to make that decision too, or else I could have gone off in 20 million different directions just settling for anything. Number 6, the work. I created, I communicated, I captured, I closed every freaking day. Even when I was at my lowest points and I felt sure that all was lost, I refused to allow desperation and despair to rule my life. I chose to expand over and over again, doing things that sometimes scared the living daylights out of me, like advertising when I was tempted to reduce or completely nix my marketing budget. I did the work because the truth is I wanted to do the work. I wanted to do the work. I wanted to help people with my singing, my writing, my speaking, my coaching, and I would do it with or without reward. That is what my life, that's what I want. I have wanted my life to be about. And so I got excited about doing the work despite the feelings around it, despite the current, the situation I was currently in at that time. See? Number 7, childlike faith. Simply trust. There's so much I could say about all of this for now, but right now, just release that heavy feeling over and over again by focusing on the good in your life, okay? Do the work because you want to serve people. Hold that intention and hold your goals lightly. Don't be so attached. Yes, you want them, but release them. Set them, release them. Do the work because you choose to serve people, okay? Decide that your goals will happen. Decide that you will meet your money goals and then put it to one side and do the work. It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you're born to live because you absolutely want to. Honeys, if you're an entrepreneur or a creative and you feel kind of stuck and a bit desperate for things to work, then go get my Amazon bestseller. It's completely free at the moment. I'm making it available to people in the community. Yes, for free at the moment. So go and have a look at it. Go and read it and implement it. Don't just look at it. It's at rosemarynonny.com/free book. Go get it. Until the next time, much love.